breathe out. Your foot is stuck, you can't lift it up. Going to lift it up, but you can't. Breathe in to lower. And again, breathe out. Your foot is stuck, you can't lift it. You're trying to lift it. Hips are staying level. Breathe in or lower it down or release. And again, breathe out. Think about lifting, but don't lift. Breathe in, release. And again, breathe out. Think about lifting. So you should feel that stomach draw down. Maybe you might feel it draw up a little bit. Your back doesn't change. So you're not pushing your back into the mat or changing your pelvis position. Breathing out, go to lift, and this time actually let it come off the floor. And breathe in to lower. And again, breathing out, think about lifting, and then let it release. And those hips should stay balanced left to right. And you should feel that your core is switched on. There's no pressure upwards. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Lovely. Doing well. And then we'll take it into a heel slide. So let it hover off the floor and then slide along the floor but not touching. Breathe out, draw it back in. If this feels too much, let it touch the floor. So breathe out, hover, keep those hips level, extend that leg without touching the floor. If you can, breathe out, glide it back in. Good, good. And again, so staying balanced left to right, staying still on the pelvis and in the ribs, and then just breathing as you do this so you're not holding your breath or straining through. Lovely. Breathe out as you bring the leg back in, because that's going to be the hard bit. Good, good. And last one. Get that balance first and then draw it back in. Lovely. Taking it into full knee lifts. Breathing out, foot in line with knee, knee in line with hip, and lower down. And again, breathing out to lift up, foot in line with knee, knee in line with hip, and then lower down. Lovely. What I want again is for those hips to stay balanced left to right. When you lift the knee up, the knee is level with your hip. So if it comes too far in, it's going to push you back into the floor. So maintain that position with your hips and with your ribs. Lovely. Take your hands up, turn your palms away from you. As one leg lifts, you're going to press your hands down towards the opposite side and then come back to center. And again, breathe out, push down to the opposite side and draw it back to center. So you're not moving your rib cage, you're just moving your hands, but it's anti-rotational. So again, you should feel that core switch on. Lovely. Good, good. This next one, stay lifted with the arms. Lift the leg up, stretch it up to the ceiling. Flex your foot and press your leg down as you press your arms overhead. And then slide it in and up. Hold that back position, reach up, flex your foot, press down towards the floor, chin knots. Lovely, back stays in neutral. So if you can't get down to the floor without keeping that back in the same position, bend your knee before you get down to the floor. Lovely, and again, knee in and up, stretch, flex that foot and press down towards the floor. Lovely, this one, draw it in, hold that position, place the foot onto the knee, arms out to the side, bring the sole of the foot down towards the floor. And then bring it back to center. We're just going to the sole of the foot side. So chest stays up to the ceiling, rotate, bring that leg towards the floor, roll through your hips to come back to center. So you're not dropping over, there's no movement of your rib cage. You're not having to force your shoulders stay down and feeling an arch through the back. So it is a small movement. And again, that twist is underneath the rib cage. It's not of the ribs and it's not of the back. Lovely. Last one. Just going as far as you feel comfortable. and then bring it back to center. Extend that leg up to the ceiling one more time. Reach your opposite arm up, and we're going to take that leg out to the side and then draw back to center. Your opposite leg can also bend down. Breathe out, draw it back into center. And again, open up and breathe out to draw back in. Lovely. Good, good. Last one. Stay in, bring that knee in, hold the back of the thigh, pull that knee in towards you, push the other knee away, and then release. And again, pull one knee in, push the other knee away, and then release. Focus on the bottom leg, so it's easy to bring the top leg in. So focus on pushing the bottom knee away to open up the hip on the bottom leg, but you should still get that nice stretch through your back. Lovely. Hold this leg in, come in as tight as you need to. Breathe out, lift the other leg up without pushing through your stomach. And then we're lowering down and lowering down. If it feels too much, go back to single legs. Otherwise, we're lifting, hold the leg up, breathe out to lift the other leg, hold in, back staying in neutral or slightly in towards the mat, and then release. If you're fine without using your hands, then you don't need to use the hands and you just use your core to hold you stable. But if your back starts to pull away or you start to push through the stomach, then use the hands to assist. Lovely. Last one, and we want to end up with the other leg lifted to before. So then come back in when you need to. I did the wrong leg. Hold that position and we're pressing up to the ceiling. Flex that leg, arms up, press the heel down towards the floor. Lovely. And again, bring that knee in and up and flex and press down towards the floor. Arms are optional. Arms will make it harder. So again, try and make sure that you are keeping your body nice and level the whole time. Lovely. And then draw it in. Take that foot across, arms out to the side. Sole of the foot down towards the floor, keeping your ribs up to the ceiling. Breathe out to draw back in. And again. Lovely. So again, keep the ribs level. Don't worry about how far the foot goes. It's not about getting it to the floor. It's about rotation and where you've got that movement. So don't force it. You don't want to start feeling it in other places. So if you might feel it in your ribs or in your back if you're pushing it too far. So keep it nice and small. Lovely. And stay lifted. Take that leg up to the ceiling again. Opposite arm up. Take the leg out to the side. Breathe out, draw it back in. And again, out to the side, with or without the other leg moving. Breathe out, draw it back to center. Using that sense of your hip bones kind of drawing towards each other as you come back up. Good, good. Doing well. And last one. Hold that leg in, hold the back of the thigh. We're pulling the knee in, and as you pull in, push the other knee away, and then release. And again, push and pull. So feeling your low back, your mid back, relax down to the floor, but we're also focusing on opening up the hip on this bottom leg. So you want to feel both knees moving, not just the top leg. So breath out, push away. Breathe in, release. Couple more. Press it away. And release. And last one. and relax. Bring that foot down to the floor, feet a little bit closer in towards you. Going to tuck the tailbone and pull the hips in towards the rib cage without pressing the ribs down, and then release. So you want to draw the hip bones in towards the rib cage, feel your low back come down to the floor, and then release. Now do the same, but hover the bum just off the floor. Then bring the low back down and release. And again, tuck it in, hover off the floor, bring that low back down and release. Good, good. Start to move up the spine a little bit. So once you've hovered your bum off the floor, you're going to stretch the knees away. So you tuck, you hover, and then stretch the knees and feel your spine just curl away from the floor. Then when you come down, keep the bum lifted, keep the knees stretching away. Try and get your mid back down, then your low back, and only once your low back is down, release the back, release the knees. So again, hips in towards your rib cage, little hover, stretch the knees away. You can come up to a full shoulder bridge position, just don't push with your ribs, and then roll it back down, one bone at a time, making sure your low back is in, and then release. One last one like that. Heeling away from the floor. Lovely, and then nice and slowly lowering back down again, one bone at a time, and then relax it down. Lovely.